Now to the latest from the live desk, Maria Lizignoli joins us now. And Maria, there could be a major change in court this morning in connection to last summer's lawmaker attacks.
Yes, that's right. The man accused of carrying out those shocking political attacks, Vance Boelter, will be back in court this morning. And this could be a major change in the case. New documents in court indicate Boelter will take responsibility for killing former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, and wounding Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette while their daughter was home and called police. Boelter had previously pleaded not guilty. This update comes just days after the Justice Department announced that Boelter will not face the death penalty. Boelter is facing 6 federal charges, including 2 counts of stalking, 2 counts of murder, and 2 counts of firearms violations. Even with today's federal plea expected, the state case remains active. Today's federal change of plea hearing is scheduled for 10 a.m. and we're expecting an update from the Department of Justice at 11:30 that we will be streaming live on CBS News Minnesota. We're also planning on getting an update on that state case from the Hennepin County Attorney's Office after today's hearing ends. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to take a look back on the history of this case and the manhunt that shocked our state.
Right, because of course you have the federal charges, but you also have several of these state charges as well too. So Maria, of course, we'll stay on it for you today. Thank you.
Happening today, the fate of 38th in Chicago, also known as George Floyd Square, is in the hands of the Minneapolis City Council.
So Minneapolis officials recommend exclusive development rights to the intersection where George Floyd was killed, that they go to the Minnesota Agape movement. They recommended this last month, and that decision faced criticism from community members and city council members. The city had commissioned a survey showing a different proposal received the most support. This according to council member Jason Chavez. Now, because of the concerns over the Agape movement having these exclusive rights, some groups are planning to protest during that vote today. Also happening in Minneapolis City Council today, the Pride celebration is open to all.
Now, the City Council and other city employees will host the Pride celebration this morning. It's starting at 8 a.m. with a breakfast and reception. Then at 8:50, City Hall's first drag show will be held. Afterwards, an honorary resolution celebrating LGBTQ+ Pride Month will be read. Minnesota Republican lawmakers are calling for top state officials to resign following a new fraud report.
So that report issued by a Republican-led U.S. House committee. It's over 200 pages, and it blames Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison, as well as other senior officials, for Minnesota's fraud crisis. Allegations include retaliation against employees who raised concerns over fraud. And now congressional representatives Tom Emmer, Pete Stauber, Michelle Fischbach, and Brad Finstead are calling on Walz and Ellison to resign because of what was in that report. Yesterday, the U.S. Attorney for Minnesota, Daniel Rosen, shared his thoughts on the allegation.
It has been apparent to this office and apparent to investigators that there was quite considerable knowledge that the government of Minnesota and the federal government had to be witnessing fraud at a massive scale, and the attempt to deflect blame away from those who had it right in front of their eyes is one that's a little hard for me to accept.
Now, both Governor Walz and Attorney General Ellison deny the allegations that they failed to act against fraud. A spokesperson for the governor called the GOP-dominated committee report a joke. Ellison called the allegations, quote, unfounded, and said that Vice President J.D. Vance's calls for a criminal investigation, he called those a political stunt. Now, a man who was on the FBI's most wanted fraudsters list is now in custody in Minnesota and is expected in court this morning.
Prosecutors say Saeed Erig was involved in the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme, and after he was put on the most wanted list, told U.S. authorities he wanted to turn himself in. He then flew from Kenya to London to Minneapolis. The U.S. Attorney for Minnesota, Daniel Rosen, made the announcement Wednesday afternoon. Rosen says Erig operated out of a grocery store in South Minneapolis, and over the course of a year submitted false reimbursement claims, saying he served more than 3,000 meals twice a day, 7 days a week, and received over $4 million. So why would he agree to turn himself in?
I think it's a wise thing for someone when they find out the priority that we are putting upon their apprehension. I think it's a wise thing for them to surrender themselves, and I think anybody who's a fugitive of justice ought to do the same thing. The longer they stay a fugitive, the more likely they are to pay a consequence for that.
Erig's wife pleaded guilty to 1 count of money laundering last year. She's set to be sentenced next week.
Overnight, the U.S. struck back on Iran once again. The Trump administration calling these strikes self-defense, targeting Iranian surveillance, communications, and air defense systems. Now, the latest round of strikes just days after Iran shot down a U.S. Apache helicopter. This comes following President Trump's warning that Tehran would, quote, pay a price for taking too long to negotiate a peace deal. Iranian state TV said that its forces responded by targeting American military sites in the Gulf nations that are nearby. Iran also declared that the Strait of Hormuz is closed, which the Pentagon denies.
We need to negotiate with bombs. We'll negotiate with bombs, and we're very good at it.
We're going to be attacking them and attacking them very hard. We were really close to a deal, but they keep tapping us along. They keep playing us for suckers.
So these flaring tensions and the ongoing U.S. military blockade of the Strait continue to take a toll on the U.S. economy. Stocks slid on Wall Street as inflation hit a 3-year high. The president insists inflation will fall whenever the war ends.